You know how many times I've woken up with this expectation that the world needs to change, that people need to be different from how they are? My mind has been so noisy throughout my entire life, judging the hell out of people, just thinking that people, if they were this way instead of that way, or, whatever, then maybe I could be happy, or maybe things could be happy, or maybe life could be different. I've done enough work on myself to see all that stuff for what it is, as projections and displacements, going back to Freud's model of it's not the psychosexual development, it's the it's the id, the ego, and the superego, and defense mechanisms and all that stuff. But truly, I've spent so much time in unhappiness thinking that the world needs to change for me to be happy, and that's one of the biggest flaws. That's one of the biggest obstacles to personal and spiritual growth, because that's just not the way that it works. It's not. And when you can awaken enough and become aware enough of what the fuck is actually going on there, and realize that you're just projecting your own unhappiness out onto the world, that's when things actually start to change. That's when you as an individual actually start to turn inside out. In other words, introspection. In other words, meditation. Do you expect the world to change for you? I know I did. And not only that, but I was also trying to change the world, right? The world was responsible for my well-being. The world was responsible for my happiness. It was the world's fault that I had anxiety and depression. I was throwing my pain and angst out onto the world. Does the world actually need to change? I mean, yeah, you look out at the world and stuff, and there's crazy shit going on. There's all these different conflicts and everything. We know that. But on an individual level, shit, everything changed for me when I realized that, well, sure, things happened in my life. I'm resisting the urge to say things happened to me. Step out of victim consciousness. And instead, things happened for me, right? And when you can look at it that way, it's like, whoa, okay, so that takes the focus off of, oh, I'm a victim. And it changes it to, it's more so just a contrast. It's a contrast, and that's how you can look at things differently. I've expected the world to change for me. I've expected, people need to stop judging me so that I can feel safe to start. Yeah. Start anything. Literally anything. I've literally thought, people need to stop judging me. I need to control how people see me so that they stop judging me, and then I can feel safer around them. Therefore, I can actually start what it is that I'm resisting to start. So therefore, it don't work that way. It doesn't. It really doesn't. So that's the wild thing, right? Let's tweak the external so that we can feel safe, so that we can feel grounded, so that we can feel good. Let's tweak the external, right? Oh, the external needs to change so that I can feel this way or that way. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. It's not the external's job to change so that you can live a better life. And that's the other thing, too. Here's the fascinating part about this. That has everything to do with boundaries. It does. Literally. Think about it. Is it the world's responsibility to make you happy? Is it the world's responsibility? I know I'm talking a little bit fast. Is it the world's responsibility to make me happy? Maybe I previously believed that. I don't believe that anymore. And so with that deeper understanding, it's like, okay, well, if it's not the world's responsibility to make me happy, I'm going to take that back on myself. What can I do to make myself happy? Therein lies the power. Are many people looking outside of themselves at a world that doesn't want to give them what they want, in angst at that world because it doesn't give them what they want, and so therefore they just continue to project and displace? Fuck you, world. Why can't you just be this way for me? If you were just this way, then I could be different about myself. If you were just that way, then I could be different about myself. If you could just act this or that way, then I could actually express myself as I am, and I'd feel more comfortable being a human fucking being on this planet where nobody accepts me. All that power being placed outside of you. That's what's going on there, right? When you expect the world to change for you, you're putting a fuck ton of responsibility on people that it's not their responsibility. Like, think about it. Like, do you ever expect other people to make you happy? Do you actually communicate that to other people? I can imagine a lot of people don't. If you don't, why don't you? Oh, because you realize that it's actually not their responsibility to make you happy. So do you also expect the world to change for you? Do you say, I'll wait until this or that happens. I'll wait until my mom or dad says this, or, you know, Aunt Jody or Uncle Tom, Uncle, I don't know, it doesn't matter, right? Do you expect all these people to see you a certain way before you can fucking start, right? Usually people expect the world to change for them so that they can do something. I expected a ton of validation from people around me to start doing things, to start doing more YouTube videos, to start writing, to start acting, to start doing anything, right? We kind of look outside of ourselves for this validation, right? Oh, accept me. Please accept me. Just accept me. Please. I'm so close. I'm right there. Just please accept me. Why can't you accept me? Is it about me? Is it me? Am I wrong? Am I bad? Am I fucked up? Am I a piece of shit? What is it? Just accept me. I need you to accept me so that I can do what I want to do, because without you, I can't exist. Oh shit. Without the world, you can't exist. Without the world, you can't exist. Really? You need somebody else to accept you and to validate you so that you can exist, so that you can start living as a functional, normal, human fucking being. No, you don't. When you expect the world to change for you, it's probably because you're it's probably because you're giving so much power to the world. And I know that a lot of empaths, a lot of people that struggle with personal power, they struggle with that because, get this one, they struggle with that because from a very early age, they learned to give their power away to other people and to tune into other people for that sense of validation and acceptance. They needed that safety that's not even real safety. So they learned to give their fucking power away to everyone else in their environment, and they got really fucking good at that. And so now it's a matter of taking your power back. Stop waiting for the world to change, whether it's something that you want to do or just that you're in pain. Yes, somebody probably did something in your life that caused you a lot of pain, right? It's time to accept responsibility for healing. It's time to accept responsibility for doing better for yourself. It's time to accept responsibility for everything. Shit. If there's something that I've learned about personal power, it's that you don't know you have it until you realize that you fucking gave it away a long time ago. And all you have to do is bring your awareness back to yourself. Bring your energy back to yourself. Bring your focus back to yourself. That's really, and believe me when I say it, it is challenging. It's a challenging process. It's not like it's a, woo, done. No, like it's like, oh shit. It's a consistent, all right, I'm going to take my energy back here. I'm going to take my energy back here. And just bringing yourself back to yourself. That's really what it is. It's a journey of returning home to authenticity and not worrying so, listen, by the way, not worrying so much about what everyone else is thinking and feeling about it, right? When you gave, you tuned your energy in to everyone else at a very early age. Rightfully so. I mean, in some instances it's safe because you're raised in an environment that is safe to do that. But not every environment is safe to do that. And for those that were raised in environments that were not safe to do that, they learned to just give their power away. Right? When you expect the world to change for you, it's really just you looking at yourself. You are the world. And everything you want, you can have. You just have to take your power back.